this thing on. Hey everybody. When's the last time you've been to the beach? If the answer is too long, I can't remember, or I've never been, then let's fix that. Let's change that right now. Come on, let's go. See if I can make this work. Wait, hang on. So a lot of people say that they wish I recorded more videos on the beach. So I brought you guys with me here to the beach today. This is what it's like here in Florida. This is all private beach. You can walk along the shore, but this part here, it's like there's a right of way, and the owners of these condos or these beach houses, this is their beach. So we're on the public beach part here along with everybody else, but it's a pretty decent amount of space, and there's not that many people out here today. It is a Tuesday, so that helps. But they even got a wedding that they're putting up, this wedding right here. And so, yeah. And it's actually good cloud coverage today. It's not crazy hot, so that's a plus. I know a lot of people, they don't really love living in Florida because they'll complain about how hot it is or the humidity. Now here in Florida, actually, I read how there may be some new laws, new ordinances coming to these beaches, which include a earlier ending time for beach bonfires, which require a permit, as well as changes to the ability or the offering of permits to bring dogs onto the beach, as they are concerned that dogs are actually running people off of the beach, which ultimately hurts tourism and business revenue. And then they take a hit on tax revenue. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if YouTube is exactly the right place where we should be having this conversation and discussion, or if maybe these are things I need to work out on my own and maintain a certain level of privacy and not necessarily put too much of my life out there for the world to see. But here we are on the beach. I'm here. I don't know if you can see, Michelle's way over there. We've got 4 chairs. The other 2 are in the water. There's a bunch of people here behind me. They're actually getting ready to do a wedding over here. And you know, relationships can be tough. Relationships can be very challenging. Relationships require a lot of effort and a lot of work. And I think that effort and work is required on both parts, or equal parts, because sometimes these relationships have more than just 2 parties involved. Even from the standpoint of, some of you guys may be familiar with polyamorous relationships, where for instance, let's just say I would be allowed to have an extra girlfriend and it's acceptable in the marriage, or Michelle would be allowed to have a boyfriend, or the wife would be allowed to have a boyfriend, or the husband would be allowed to have a girlfriend, or boyfriend and girlfriend swapped, whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat. Business relationships, and those require work on both parts. It's actually, you know, it can't just be one-sided. For instance, as a customer, as a consumer, as, you know, someone who would ultimately help to support the business and conduct transactions and provide revenue and profit, can't be the only one working to do that. and then the business not doing their part in return. Vice versa. The business can't do everything in its power for customers and consumers, not to show up, which would ultimately cause the business not to earn any money, not to generate revenue, not to produce any profit, and more than likely go out of business. There's actually a vendor that was on this beach, and they were selling ice cream, and the ice cream was expensive, like really small, like novelty size, fun size ice cream, and the price was really high. But we have to realize the cost in order to be able to provide that service, that product and service on the beach, and to be able to turn a profit. And I think that's really where we are having the biggest trouble right now, is trying to find that balance and trying to find that sweet spot where the customers and consumers feel comfortable and accept and can afford the price, while the business feels comfortable and can survive and stay in business and stay profitable with that price. And when you look at it from a business standpoint, well, there's so many thousands, if not millions, that will be involved in these relationships, and some of them aren't even customers. Some of them could be they could be attorneys, they could be the tax commissioner, they could be the insurance companies. There's so many different, there could be their suppliers and their vendors. There's so many, it could be their neighbors and neighboring businesses that aren't even competitors, also their competitors. It could be their advertising company and marketing firm. Relationships are important, and they require a lot of work and effective communication, and being able to reach, in fact, who you need to reach to deliver the message, and also receive a response in exchange, in return, and then to take that information and then put it to use, put your heads together and try to make the best out of the situation that you have in front of you. This year, 2024, we've seen a lot go under. We've seen a lot of folks call it quits. We've seen a lot of people give up and just say goodbye, like, I'm done. And it's because they didn't want to fight anymore, They were tired of, or were not willing or unable to win the fight, and perhaps maybe decided that it would be better for them to move on and do something different, move on and pursue something or someone different. And again, these can be personal, these can be business. I really enjoy having the ability to have conversations about business with like-minded individuals who are thinking about getting into business or who already are in business, small business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and wanting to maintain and improve and or repair their business, or maybe even entertain the idea of selling their business through mergers and acquisitions and sales. We're in a period now where more and more opportunities are being presented and offered to buy YouTube channels, which is insane, but it's par for the course, because we're continuously seeing an evolution in this, and it makes perfect sense, especially from the ability to be able to market to a specific audience and have that reach and connection to that target audience. And there's a lot of channels out there that could potentially earn and stand to make a substantial amount of money by selling their YouTube channel. I don't think I'll ever sell my YouTube channel. I don't think that Michelle will ever sell her YouTube channel, but I do find it interesting that this is now being presented and offered. But also there's risk involved associated with that, and there's risk involved and associated with pretty much any business transaction for that matter, or any relationship for that matter. And these are things that we just like to talk about and discuss and stay in the know and stay aware and stay educated and share with those in our circle, in our network. For instance, Michelle, she made a video yesterday. She was talking about Yada Bank, but you have to remember, you have to realize that there's always risk. What we want to do, what every business or what every person and almost every relationship wants to do, is mitigate risk, to try to minimize it and reduce it to the point of which you have no risk, but realizing that that's never necessarily going to be the case, but to the point of which, okay, my risk factor is, let's just say 1%. 1 out of every 100 transactions you know, I assume risk, or maybe even less. The lower the percentage of risk, the better. I received a DM, somebody sent me a message on Instagram, which my Instagram is in fact my name on this channel, so it's at Kevin_24x7. And they sent me a message and they said, Kevin, I just want to let you know, you and Michelle know that you guys, you know, I understand, I've seen what you guys have been going through and fighting with, and I just want to let you guys know that you guys are a pure and total inspiration to me and mine. And don't ever give up, don't ever quit, don't ever stop fighting. Keep pushing, keep trying to, you know, educate as many people as you can and bring the message that you bring, which is a great message. You've helped me in so many ways that I can't even begin to tell you about or list them all. And I hope that other people are connecting with you and your videos and your channels and your content and the stories and the information that you have to share. He also noted how they really enjoy how the channel has evolved to include additional visuals by way of sharing more clips and introducing more people's perspectives in the story, just helping to further elaborate and shine more light and increase the amount of value that the videos have, while also making them even that much more entertaining. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail here and bore you guys with all the specifics, and you know, if you know, you know, and you know, some of the troubles and ups and downs, and also what Michelle and I are dealing with right now. She actually was telling me, just, you know, we were talking about it, and the most recent health scare, we're feeling good today, you know. The sun is out, sort of, kind of. Cloud coverage. Woke up with a little tickle, you know, in my throat, but you know, I'm pushing through, as well as waiting to get some results back from the most recent doctor's visit, and we're just taking it day by day. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. Let's keep this on a positive. Let's keep us on a high note. We're going to try to do this as much as we can, as long as we can, as often as we can. And you know, come hell or high water, no matter what forces out there fighting against us, we won't stop the fight. We won't quit. We won't give up. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep building up. You never really notice how many helicopter tours they do until you start to record a video. But we're going to keep building up our strength and preparing ourselves for whatever may come our way, whatever may be tossed in our direction, whatever may try to stop and prevent us, but not let it. And that's it. I mean, we have goals, we have wants, we have desires, we have plans, and yeah, we're going to do all we can to make these things happen. How about you guys? You got plans? You got goals? You got ambition? You got, you know, this is actually, I was rewatching a video that I made a while ago, and you know, it just reminded me of how smart you guys are, how intelligent you all are, how much you have shown that and shared that with me, and also how well prepared you are. And I'm very happy to hear and see and know. And I take great pride and joy in knowing that, you know, I feel like you guys are ready. Do you feel like you're ready? I mean, you know, we're never really gonna know, but at least we feel confident that we can do this, right? We can survive. We can overcome whatever challenge may be presented or placed in front of us. For instance, you know, some people have financial challenges. Some people have health challenges, albeit mental health challenges. Some people have so many different challenges that they may face, but the key is to not let them get you down, drag you down, and focus on fixing, focus on producing, focus on progressing, focus on the positive, the good, the plus side. Focus on that. So we made our way to the beach yesterday, And I ended up recording some videos while I was on the beach. I was just kind of walking, just kind of talking. I was talking to myself. I was talking to you guys. I was talking to maybe some people specifically on purpose. And I got done with the videos. I got done recording. Actually, I just ran out of battery on my GoPro, so I was done. And I told Michelle, I told my brother, I said, you know, I got these videos, but I said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. And then I wake up this morning and I feel like maybe God spoke to me. And he's telling me, Kevin, this is what you're supposed to do with these videos. So I'm sharing them with you guys, okay? Now, you know my rule, my policy against hate and negativity, right? And honestly, there's very few ways of preventing that by doing what we do, period, okay? And if you want to have that discussion and debate, I'll go down that road with you on another video. But yeah, be that as it may, there's a solution, okay? And that solution is quite simple. There's a certain type of vibe. There's a certain type of environment that's being created here, okay? And let me just put it to you like this, okay? We're gonna relate this to we'll relate it to friendship and business, okay? But one of these relationship types are better than the other. Friends. Growing up, you know, you might have had some friends that, you know, as you grow up, your friends change. You get more friends, you lose friends. Friends relocate, they move away. You may move. But growing up, I can guarantee you that at some point in time growing up, someone else besides you evaluated your friendships, your relationships, because not all people you hang out with are friends. They judge them, okay? And also, hopefully, possibly, had the wisdom to share and say, hey, those friends that you're hanging out with over there are nothing but trouble. Or you should be friends with such and such. You know, they're going places or whatever, you know. But emotions take over. And quite often, you know, growing up and being less mature and less wise and less informed and less educated and all the things that you supposedly should gain and gather as you get older. I made a video on another channel and I said that the only difference between an amateur and a professional are the amount of mistakes that are made. And therefore, a professional has made far more mistakes than an amateur. The most important part about that, I'm not going to go into the entire story. If you guys want the link to the video, I'll share it with you, but it's on a completely different channel that you guys have never seen before. And the professional, the key here is the professional makes more mistakes, but they never stop. And that's one of the most important parts here, is because as we grow and as we age and as we progress and hopefully as we continue to succeed, we will face challenges that we have never faced before. And maybe we can overcome these challenges based on past experiences, gut feeling, common sense, which is apparently lacking for the most part, depending on where you look. But if not, we may make a mistake. We understand, we identify that mistake, we then correct that mistake, we move on. And it gets chalked up to the list of mistakes we've made. And therefore, that's how professionals reach professional grade levels and heights, is because they make mistakes. They have, they do, and they will. They will learn from them. They will fix them, and they will continue on challenging themselves and pushing themselves in a way in which more mistakes can possibly be made. Period. Business is different than friendship. And businesses typically have employees. And these employees, quite oftentimes, are applicants who go through an interview process and may or may not be hired for the job. Now, granted, yeah, there are some businesses that engage in extreme levels of nepotism, and the people who are going to end up with the jobs are family and friends, and that's a whole nother story. But for the most part, businesses and HR and, equal opportunity employment and, everything follows a specific structure and format. And therefore, businesses are going to hire the right talent that is going to help the businesses grow and succeed, be profitable, okay, make money. In business, 99% of the time, roughly, profitability is the only metric that can gauge success. And if you are uncomfortable talking about profit or talking about money or talking about success or any of these things, then this may not be the right video for you. This may not be the right channel for you. I think it's very important that you take a look at the channel name and really understand what that channel name is, and also what it is not. It's actually kind of funny when we think about it from that standpoint, because you have friends and you have coworkers and colleagues, and oftentimes you may find yourself in a situation where you're outside of work with these people and they are a little bit different because they're not at work. I feel like maybe that's similar to how we behave on YouTube, from the standpoint of, on this channel we behave this way, and on this channel we behave this way, and on this channel we behave a different way, and that's okay. So the businesses who are hiring these employees, this talent, to do a job and do it well and be successful, what the business does is creates an environment, better yet, a culture. And the greater the synergy within this business culture and environment, the greater the likelihood of success, the greater the likelihood of advancement and salary increases and pay raises and promotions and bonuses and all the good things, right? Anyone who doesn't fit into that category either doesn't get the job, or if they do get the job and then they begin to underperform, will be either reprimanded or put on a performance improvement plan, or fired, terminated, furloughed, laid off, whatever term you want to use, shit can. I think it's 10 to 1. I think it's 10 to 1 is the ratio. If you can get really good at it, then better for you. But, general rule of thumb, hire slow, fire fast. But generally, for every 10 hires, you'll get one good one. It's important to understand this and also be able to filter out and purge those who aren't pulling their weight. This happens very often and publicly in certain instances from the standpoint of TV personalities, news anchors, and most importantly, athletes and coaching staff. But for some reason, when we come over here on YouTube, we're held to a higher standard. I don't make the rules. I just play the game. And I play to win. And as I've mentioned before, YouTube is a business, and I treat it as such. And therefore, I want my business to grow, and I want my business to succeed. And in order for that to happen, then there needs to be a nurturing environment and a specific culture, a vibe, an environment that, as the boss, I control. And therefore, when the wrong people enter into this space, enter into this sphere, enter into this environment, and they make it known, then I have no qualms, I have no issue at all whatsoever with blocking and deleting comments and removing you from being visible to anyone here as we are working to build and create a much better place for those who appreciate it, those who are interested, those who want to be here. And I'm okay with that. I know this will rub some people the wrong way, but I also know that a lot of people won't make it this far in the video, so it's really not that big a deal. This message is more specifically for you, not the people who get blocked, not the people who get deleted, not the people who get hidden from the channel. Those people don't matter. Those people, all they want is everything we don't want. And they can have that. They can have that over there. We ain't got to worry about it. You get no airtime over here. Fun fact, YouTube will never tell you that I did this. Only I can tell you that I did this. You'll still see your comment. I'm sorry. They'll still see their comment when they look, if blocked, because YouTube doesn't want to ruffle feathers. But I alternate back and forth between block and delete, because if I delete the comment, then there's confirmation that it was removed, because then they can no longer see it. And I just play it by ear. This, where we are right now, is the game, and these are the rules that I have chosen to play by in respect to managing comments, okay? However, the bigger picture, the big game of YouTube and those rules, I have no control over. So, with that being said, I want to send a warm, almost long overdue welcome, because I'm almost done with this video. Welcome back, returning viewers. Welcome back, returning subscribers, and welcome newcomers. Welcome new subscribers. And I want to say thank you, and I want to say I'm glad you're here, and I want to say I'm happy that you guys have specifically shared that you do hear me, you do understand me, and you do get it. And I'm looking forward to where this goes moving forward from here. Maybe one day we can play different games, but today, these are the games that we have to play in order to win, and I'm solely focused on winning. And I can guarantee you this, if I didn't do them, if I didn't do that, if I didn't play those games, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. Now, this is important, guys. Please listen up. Hear me, and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. This is a comment that I read on a TikTok that I've reacted to or just kind of evaluated and, you know, just talked about, that I'm going to put on Kevin247 or Kevin24x7. I changed the channel name, so go check it out. Link down below in the description for my Instagram. Same name. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, send me a DM. We can chat. And it's important because it says, Derek Hurley says, gotta change your words. Gotta change your words. Speak positivity into your life. Control what you can. I believe you won't be living paycheck to paycheck and you're already rich and wealthy. Again, I'm talking about this particular TikTok and money and paycheck and finance. And if you want to check it out, go check it out. I'll put a link to that video. But more importantly, in general, gotta change your words. Speak positivity into your life. Control what you can. There will be some debate on this from, you know, again, the rules in which we have to govern ourselves by in order to exist in this world, in this box. And it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. I'll leave it at that. I've tried almost every possible conceivable way of getting this done. And the only reason why I've chosen this specific method and strategy is because it works the best. Not just for me, for every channel that I work with, it works the best. And you can thank society, you can thank social media, you can thank algorithms, you can thank marketing agencies, you can thank the medical industry, as they are ultimately trying to ruin people's mental health and physical health so that you can become a more profitable customer for them. You can thank them for that, because I would much rather prefer it be the other way around. But I have concrete data and proof and evidence that anything else is far less effective and doesn't work. Thanks for watching.